evening, everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's happening in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and I have some things to tell you about that are going on in the Adult Services Department. First of all, we have Memory Cafe, which happens every fourth Wednesday of the month. So for the end of the year, we have Wednesday, November 22nd and December 27th. At 10 a.m. So the Memory Cafe was originally started in England. It's an informal setting that provides the caregiver a forum of discussion, reducing isolation felt by people with dementia, their caregivers, and families. So what happens in the Memory Cafe is there's two professionals that come. One helps the person with dementia. They do some activities with them. And then there's a professional there to talk with the caregiver to help them avoid burnout or tell them about some community resources that they can avail themselves of. So it's coffee.
The support system is important, I think.
It's very important.
It's a great opportunity.
My cousin took care of her mother who had dementia and Parkinson's.
Yeah, it's not easy.
No. And to even go out to dinner, she had to arrange for someone to sit with her mother. And
yeah.
I feel for people. My mother told me if she gets like that to take her in the woods. I'm like, oh
my goodness.
So this is Coffee and Conversation specifically for people with memory loss and their caregivers. We have one of my favorites, Appy Hour. I just love the name, Appy Hour.
I know, it's so catchy.
Tuesday, November 28th, and again on Tuesday, December 26th. So November 28th, December 26th at 7 p.m. So you'll learn what's new, what's trending, what you may have missed in the world of apps. We do ask that you register. And we have Beginner's Guide to the Cloud on Tuesday, December 5th at 10 a.m. So sometimes, we kind of know what the cloud is. It's this nebulous.
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
So now that we rely so much on cloud services for entertainment, file storage, backup, this module will teach you about some of the popular services, including Dropbox, Pandora, Evernote, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher, which I had to look up. Stitcher is radio and podcast.
I've heard of all of them except for Stitcher.
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you use any of them, like even the Dropbox?
I have used Dropbox because some of the county library staff have
yeah, that's why I asked. I know.
No, I don't really, because we have SharePoint.
Right,
now,
so there's not really a need.
So we use SharePoint.
I was just curious because the whole
documents.
iCloud, it still does make me nervous. Oh, it's on your iCloud. But is it? And what if it's
where
and where is that exactly? I know.
Yeah, I use Pandora. And Evernote, I just looked up, but I have like that memo on my phone.
Yeah, as do I.
Memo pad, whatever it is. But it's the same thing, Evernote. So this class is a Oasis Connections curriculum class, and it's research-based. It is geared specifically to those 50 and older. And each course is 2 hours in length and introduces a topic related to computer technology. Each participant is provided with a student handbook that they can use in class, and then they can take home afterwards. It has a lot of screenshots. It's really valuable.
Helpful. Yeah.
So Rob will be teaching that, and to register, you can call the library. And end of the year is always kind of slow. We don't have that much going on because we're gearing up,
It's holiday time. I think everybody's
busy. But we do have our regular clubs that meet. So we have Scrabble Club that meets every Tuesday at 1 o'clock. We have Pinochle Club that meets the second and fourth Friday of the month at noon. And we have our Knitters that meet every Wednesday at 6:30 in the fireplace room. Plus all of our book groups. We have 11 book groups going on.
Do we?
We do.
Oh, 11. I didn't realize it was that many.
Yeah. Well, somebody had asked, and so I went and looked it up. Because we have Tuesday morning, Thursday morning, Thursday evening, mystery.
Yeah, the mystery. It's great.
Books to movie. I can't name them all. But more information about all of our book clubs is on our website, and they do list, the book clubs usually choose for the whole year what they're going to read. So you can see what the current book title is, and if you'd like to join them. Have you tried out Libby, the new Overdrive app?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
I was hesitant. Rachel, one of our reference librarians, was like, you have to try Libby. It's great, it's great, it's great. And I was very reluctant because I thought the Overdrive app was pretty good, and I really didn't feel like learning another thing. But now that I've tried it out, I have to say I'm very happy with it. I like the improvements that they've made, and I just want to tell you about a few of them. So one thing that I had difficulty with, and we help patrons with every day, is you can't find where your checkouts are in Overdrive sometimes. You have to go to the little, they call it the hamburger symbol. It's like the 4 lines that are together.
Okay.
But in Libby, it's very easy. It's always at the bottom of your screen. So you just tap on it and it brings it right up. Love it.
That's nice.
It is nice. The Libby app now has automatic downloads. So I started to wonder, like, why didn't we do this before? Like, it's something you didn't know you needed it until you had it.
Right.
And you're like, how did I ever live without this? So if I'm checking something out on my device, I probably want to read it on that device. And so it automatically downloads. It doesn't wait. Like, you don't have to sync it anymore. It doesn't wait. It just does it. Now, if you are somewhere where you're not on Wi-Fi, you can disable that so it doesn't automatically use it. It doesn't use up all your data. But it's great. It's fast. You don't have to sync anymore. And then this isn't an issue for me, but for families, you can have multiple library card options. So you don't have to, like if I'm logged in, I don't have to go log out so that you can log in.
Okay.
There's like a drop-down menu and you can choose who the user is and then it will log into them.
That is another great feature.
And show their library. So it makes it much easier and faster.
So this Libby is also a free app that you can
It's a
just
free
download
app. You
to
can
any
download
device.
it. I did. I finally did, and I have to say I love it.
Good to know.
Like I said, you can click. You have a quick click on your current read, which is always at the bottom, which I love. So I just open it, boom, and it brings up where I'm at
That's
in
nice.
the book that I'm reading. And it seems to be faster downloads, just faster response time. So give Libby a chance. I know nobody wants to learn new things. I'm the same way, but it is such an improvement. I don't know why I was hesitant. So give Libby a try. You can download it in the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. It's wonderful. I love it. I love it.
And that's not replacing. You can certainly still use Overdrive. It's
Currently, you can still use Overdrive. At some point, it will go away. But you won't want to. Try Libby. You will not even want to use the Overdrive app. It will seem clumsy and cumbersome. So give it a try. And then something else I wanted to tell everybody about that I don't think even all of our staff know. Do you know we have creative software on every PC?
Nope.
Yes. See, we have, whenever we got our new computers in the spring in May, our network administrators put on, it's an ugly little, looks like a manila file folder on the desktop of every PC, staff and patron. But in it is a bunch of creative software like freeware, shareware. So it's open source. So I want to tell you about some of them, just real quick. 123D Design is a 3D creation and editing tool for 3D printers. So I believe it's associated with Tinkercad, which we use when we teach our 3D printer classes. It is very cool. And I haven't tried to use it yet, but if it's anything like Tinkercad, then it's very easy to use. Audacity, which is awesome. It's an easy-to-use multi-track audio editor and recorder. So you can, mash up and do all kinds of stuff with it. Blender, which is animation software, and just looking at some of the screenshots, it looks really, really cool. So Beth might want to take a look at that.
This is what I'm thinking. This could be helpful for children's programming.
GIMP 2, which is an image editor. Inkscape, which might be beyond, well, it's definitely beyond me. It's a vector graphics design software, which sounds...
Whatever that means.
Yeah. But again, the screenshots look very cool. MuseScore, which is very interesting. It's music notation software. So you can write your own music.
Wow.
Like, the notes with the... what's it called?
And this is the music board? Like on
staff?
The staff? Mm-hmm. Very good.
Yeah, it's really interesting so that people can make notations. They can notate their own music, write their own music, or translate. If you hear something, if you have that ability, which I certainly don't, to be able to translate it into musical notation. Very interesting. Picasa 3, which is a Google product. I use this all the time.
I've heard of it. I've never used it.
Well, I never knew it was in my folder. I would just find it, I had it. Anyhow, it's in the folder. Scribus, which is like Publisher. but it's freeware, it's open source software, so it's desktop publishing software. And then Windows Movie Maker, which is video editing and publishing software. I use Movie Maker every month for the coming soon to DVD segment.
Oh, I always wondered how you did that.
We are doing.
Okay.
So for an example, see now what's coming to the library in November and December on DVD using Microsoft Movie Maker.
Get ready for what's coming. More speed, more horsepower, more of everything. You'll never be the racer you once were. You can't turn back the clock, kid. But you can wind it up again.
Lorraine Broughton, expert in intelligence collection and hand-to-hand combat.
Agent Gascoigne was killed last night. Did you know him?
Enough to say hello.
Find out who's hunting our operatives and trust no one.
Is this your first time in Berlin?
No.
David Percival, your contact.
Welcome to Berlin. I'm David. Don't shoot. I've got your shoe.
MI6, CIA, everyone's involved. Someone set me up. Someone from the inside. Now, this only ends one way. A bullet.
My parents are squatting in an abandoned building on the Lower East Side.
You honestly tell me that you're happy right now?
Yes, I am.
We ain't like other people. We got a fire burning in our bellies. You were born to change the world, not just add to the noise.
Why do you think all of us ran away from you? We were drowning.
I would never let anything bad happen to you. But I can't let you cling to the side your whole life just because you're scared.
It was your job to protect us.
You have a right to be angry. I know you love him. You'll regret it if you don't come home.
You ready?
Let's go!
You ain't like me.
I am like you, and I'm glad.
The call went out. We have to go to Dunkirk. Ready on the stern line.
What are you doing? You know where we're going.
Into war, George.
The ship's about to leave.
Time to go.
They need to send more ships. Every hour the enemy pushes closer. They've activated the civilian boats. Civilians? We need destroyers.
You're weekend sailors, not the bloody Navy.
You should be at home.
There's no hiding from this, son. We have a job to do.
Turn it around!
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall never surrender. We shall never surrender. We shall never surrender.
for me to conquer Ninjago? Oh, I'll be waiting.
Dad. I've taken a solemn oath to form the secret ninja force. Are you ready to risk your life for Ninjago?
Yes, I am on it. Yep. Maybe.
Garmadon!
So the one I think I would like to see the most is probably the Glass Castle. That was one of our community reads. What was that called?
I remember. I know what you're talking about.
The whole community reads.
One book every community.
No, yeah, one book,
it's one book
county.
Every young child. Oh, one book at one county.
One book, one county. The Glass Castle by Jeanette Wells or Walls was one of our books a few years back, and the movie looks fantastic. Woody Harrelson looks like he is amazing. So
I know a lot of kids will be interested in Cars 3 and Lego Ninjago as well.
Yes. So what's going on over your way?
So even though it's been slow this month of November, we are starting our regular story times back up next month. They will begin that first full week in December. But I wanted to talk a little bit about a story time that we've been taking on the road. Our youngest story, Baby Jam, which is intended for really 0 to 3-year-olds, all are welcome, but that's kind of the targeted age range. We've been taking them on the road to different senior facilities. And this isn't like a brand new idea. It has been done before, but we at Bethel Park haven't done it in a while. Ing Callfather kind of set the precedence a while ago when she was here, almost probably 10 years ago now. But she had such great success with it that it's something that I really wanted to give a try again. And I had a connection at one of the senior living facilities, so we kind of hooked up. And I'm really trying to expand that and to visit more centers. And I'm also trying to grow the group. So we've been traveling to Overlook Green, which is in Whitehall, but not far from here at all. And we're going on a monthly basis, and we just recently added Grand Residence to our list as well. So we have a visit coming up there on November 29th, and we will be meeting there at 10:30 a.m. So if you have a little one, again, ages 0 to 3, who you think might enjoy this, I really encourage you to meet us there.
I really love this program because it benefits both age groups.
It truly does.
The seniors come alive with the young people, the little ones around.
It's really great for their memories, right? Because all those nursery rhymes and songs are familiar to them. So it's really good for their memories. And just seeing the babies' faces really and truly brings joy to their day. I mean, their faces just light up every time we walk in there.
And it's a good experience for the little ones, too.
Absolutely.
To see older adults. Some grandparents don't live around.
Absolutely.
Nearby. So I love this program.
Me too, and I'm happy to continue it. And I'm happy to, like I said, to add centers. We hope to add even more in 2018. But if you are interested, please contact me. We'll run my email at the bottom of the screen here, but it's volpe@einetwork.net, or you can give the library a call and we'll give you more details over the phone. But again, November 29th, we'll be visiting Grand Residence in Upper St. Clair, and we're meeting there at 10:30. So that's Baby Jam on the road. And like I said, all of our regular story times will be starting back up in December. Our winter flyers are out, so if you have not stopped by to get one upstairs or viewed it online, they are available, so please do that. We have American Girl Crafts coming up this December 4th. So was that a Sunday? First Sunday in September, December.
Friday's the
it's either that's right. So it's the 3rd, not the 4th. My correction. And even if you don't have an American Girl doll, you can bring any baby doll with you, and it's a lot of fun because you're making a craft for you, and then a smaller version for the doll. We've done this before and had a lot of fun. So
they're very cute.
We also want to mention that we have those American Girl dolls that circulate. I don't know if everyone is aware of that.
It's a good thing to remind people because they're really awesome.
We now have 5 dolls in our collection that you may borrow. So they circulate for 1 week, and those are a lot of fun. It's a different item to check out. So those are available. For our K through 4 students, we're doing a program called Will You Survive?
I would not. Let's just
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
It doesn't matter. I would not survive.
So it's actually based on a book called Survivor Diaries Overboard by Terry Lynn Johnson. That's the first one. It is going to be a new series. But yeah, I would have to agree with you. So this is about being stranded out in the water, right, on a boat. And so Miss Lynn is heading this up. She's really good at these types of programs. And we'll be doing a lot of sinking and floating experiments. So you're talking about the book, but it's also a science class as well. But I know that I wouldn't survive. You know my biggest fear is like the ocean.
Yes.
One of my biggest fears. So would not survive, I'm sure. Again, for our K through 4, we also have a Pokemon Pal coming up. I think Pokemon is still popular. If you're a Pokemon fan, I think you're...
Let me just tell you, my Bill's son, Tyler.
Who's an adult, right?
Yeah,
just graduated college.
23 years old. He and his friends are over at the house playing Pokemon at least once a week. Yeah, the card game.
Yes.
And they get very animated and they are so into it.
That's
and it
hilarious.
cracks me up. Because we ran into another parent of one of the kids that comes by, and he said, my son says that they're over your house playing games. I'm like, I swear to God,
no, they really are.
They really are.
They're playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So it even spans all the ages. Well, that's the thing. I didn't know too much about it, but I figured it was still pretty popular. And one of our high school volunteers is actually a big Pokemon fan still, so she offered to lead this class. So it's a one-timer. It's Wednesday, December 18th at 7 o'clock. And if you are a Pokemon fan, please bring your cards, and you can trade and play the game and make some new Pokemon pals. And if you're a novice and you don't know too much about Pokemon, but you want to learn more, our volunteer Marisol would be happy to teach you. So stop on by. So a lot of more things coming up in January. I guess we'll talk about that on next month's show. I do want to mention our Winter Reading Club. This is something that we always do. It's just a smaller version of our Summer Reading Club. We are encouraging you to read books, and we're going to offer some incentives for you to do that. So it runs the month of January, but you can sign up starting December 1st, and you can even start reading the books. We just don't want you to report until January 2nd. And then how it works is we're going to give you a ticket for each book that you read, and you'll be able to enter those tickets into our raffles that we will announce at the end of January. So I brought some of the prizes on today's show. Prizes this year, the theme is Reading is Magic.
I was just going to say, what is our theme for the winter?
It is Reading is Magic.
Awesome.
And so every participant, everybody's a winner, because everybody who signs up is automatically invited to a magic show at the end of the month. And that's a great prize, a great day, I think. But in addition to that, you can enter raffles for either book bundles or Amazon gift cards. So we have a book bundle and Amazon gift card for each age group. Okay, this is our young adult. You can put in for the bundle or the Amazon, or depending on how many tickets you can earn, drop some in each. This is our K through 4 book bundle. The new Diver Wimpy Kid's in here, so I know that'll be popular. And a magic trick book to kind of go along with the theme.
Well, and I see, is that Wonder in there?
Wonder.
Fabulous.
So excited to see that movie next weekend. Yeah. And then for our younger group, we have a bunch of bear books. Nice variety of bear books there with this adorable stuffed teddy bear.
I kind of want the teddy bear.
He is cute, isn't he?
Let me hold him.
You want to hold him, feel how soft he is? Kind of, he's ready for Valentine's Day with that heart-shaped pillow.
He's going to sit in my lap.
There you go. So you want to make sure you sign up for that. It's very simple. It's read a book, get your ticket, enter in for prizes, and again, that magic show's at the end of the month. I always love a good magic show.
I do too. I find it fascinating, especially like sleight of hand. It's fascinating.
Sleight of hand?
You know, like when they pull the quarter up behind.
I know, or the cards up their sleeve. I don't know.
I don't understand.
So I'm looking forward to that. I also want to mention our Children's Choice Awards, again, which is in the K through 4 flyer as well as the Tween and Teen flyer, because the Children's Choice Awards is a project that's open to kids in 4th, 5th, or 6th grade. So it's listed on both of our flyers. And you're familiar with this project. I talk about it every year. It's near and dear to my heart. It's another program which encourages kids to keep reading. And so for the Children's Choice Awards, we actually pick 8 books, and from those 8 selections, we encourage kids to read as many as they can. If they can read all 8, kudos to them, but if they can't, that's okay. Read as many as you can, and then vote for your favorite one. At the end of the school year, so right around May, we have a reveal party where everyone who participated is invited back. We'll reveal the winner, and then also play games and have some snacks, and usually a craft, and some favors are involved.
It's a lot of fun. I like that evening.
It's a great time. We've been doing it for how many years now?
A lot.
At least 6 or 7.
Yeah, I was going to say
so
probably
our
6.
reveal party, the end of the year celebration, is always different. We've done red carpet events when we were all fancied up. We've done, just like a pizza party, casual type thing. Last year or 2 years ago, it was a luau, so that was a lot of fun. So we're not sure what the theme is going to be yet, but it's a lot of fun. We encourage you to sign up. The list is out, and we'll be visiting the schools to talk more about this initiative, and our brochures will be printed any day now. But I wanted to reveal the list to you on the show in case you want to get a jump start on your reading.
I want to know what they are.
Are you ready?
Yes.
It is Amina's Voice by Henna Khan, Beyond the Bright Sea by Lauren Walk, The Time Museum by Matthew Laux, Jack and the Geniuses at the Bottom of the World by Bill Nye. Does that name sound familiar?
I love Bill Nye.
It's Bill Nye, the science guy.
Science
yeah,
guy.
So he has a book out. That too is going to be a series, I believe. This is number 1 in the series. Steph Soto, Taco Queen by Jennifer Torres. I read it last week. I loved it. Short by Holly Goldberg Sloan. Lemons by Melissa Savage. And Undefeated, Jim Thorpe and the Carlisle Indian School Football Team by Steve Scheiken. And I fought for this one to be on the list, so I'm really happy that it made it. It's fascinating. Now, I love football, but even if you didn't, you're just learning so much about history. I don't know if you knew, but Jim Thorpe was half Native American, and it's just interesting to learn more about that time period. You know, I remember learning about it in history class, but I guess I really didn't pay that much attention. I always find it more fascinating as an adult. You care more. You realize more, you understand more, and so it's kind of neat to go back and read about those time periods, but the Native Americans were forced out of their lands. So Jim Thorpe was born in Oklahoma, but forced all the way over here to where there were set reservations for these Native Americans. Forced from their homes, lost everything. You can just, you know what it's like to be the new kid in town, but to be different. But they were stripping them of their culture. They were trying to, infiltrate them into the white society, and they lost everything. They weren't allowed to speak their language or do their traditions and their customs. But anyway, so he went from Oklahoma to Carlisle, PA, and there he joined the football team. But like I said, it's so much more than a sports story.
Well, in Carlisle, PA, there was also an Indian school.
There was, and you'll learn about that through this book. You really should read it. I'm loving it. Okay. We actually have it on CD as well. So if you like to listen to your story, as I am on my drive to and from work, you can listen to it or read it or follow along and do both. But it's a great story.
If I listen to an audiobook while I'm driving, I pay no attention.
Really?
To driving.
Oh, see, I like it. I've been doing it more and more.
And I get somewhere and I'm like, I don't even remember driving here. So I don't do it in the car. I used to each their own. I used to do it at the gym because it would make the treadmill go by much faster.
Oh, okay. So you had it like on headphones and stuff. Yeah. It would play away. Great. So that's that. Winter Reading Club, Children's Choice Awards, all of our programs starting back up in December. Lots of good stuff. Don't miss out.
We have a fundraiser going on right now. We are raffling off a 2016 Steelers signed team ball. It's very nice.
And tickets are only $1.
Tickets are $1. The drawing will be, I think it's Monday, December 18th. We will be drawing and we'll call you. So you can get tickets at the library, and the football is on display. And then just a few announcements. Just a reminder that the library will close at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, November 22nd, and will be closed on Thursday the 23rd for the Thanksgiving holiday. We traditionally are not busy the evening before, and we like to let our staff go home, spend time with their family, and get ready for Thanksgiving. And and eating. The library will be closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day for the Christmas holiday, and then on December 26th, the library will not be opening until 1. Again, we are not busy the day after Christmas. It gives our staff some time to either the night before spend a little more time with their family, not have to get up so early. So we'll see you on the 26th.
Do those holiday returns. I always have a couple things to run back to the store.
I will never go the day after.
That's true. Oh, Kohl's was a nightmare last year, as you can imagine. I do want to mention one thing along those lines. As Christine said, we're typically not busy, so it's not a big deal to open at 1. However, we did have a story time scheduled for that day, so I just want to give all of our parents a heads up that story time then is canceled for that day.
Okay.
For the 26th.
So, that's all we have.
Or not the 26th. Yeah, the 26th.
It's the 26th.
That's it, I suppose, yes. Yeah. And as always, everyone, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns on any of the things that we talked about on today's show, you know what to do. Go ahead and give us a call.
Visit our website.
Or better yet, stop in and see us in person. Happy holidays again, everybody. We'll see you in 2018.